Yay Networks.
Hi, Wild Ones. Welcome back to the Wild Rose podcast. I'm Whitney Rose.
And I'm Connie Daniels. Well, hey, Whitney, it's been a minute again. Gosh, life is nuts right now.
You know what? I live on an airplane. That is when you go to the airport and everyone knows you from the check-in counter to TSA to the Delta Lounge. I even keep getting the same flight attendants. I mean, it's great. But no, it has been a minute. I miss, we need to hang out. We need to catch up.
We do. It feels like forever.
I mean, I saw you on Halloween. You were at my house, but I didn't really see you.
I know. It turned into a little bit of a party.
Yes, it did.
It did. It was fun. But yeah, I didn't get a lot of time to catch up with you because there's a lot going on. But here we are.
You have to forgive me if I'm yawning a lot because I am so exhausted from Bravocon. Like, beyond exhausted. I haven't even had time to rest yet. Like, since I've gotten home, it's just been go, go, go. And in fact, I'm headed back to the airport as soon as we wrap this.
Oh my gosh. And where are you headed?
I'm going back to Vegas, of all places. and there's a new club.
Can you announce what you're doing?
Oh yeah. There's a new club opening up. And they just booked me to be like the opening night hostess. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just be like standing in the DJ booth, I'm excited. That's
so fun. Actually, I looked up the place because I was wondering what this new nightclub is. And it said that it was the very first gay club in Las Vegas. And then it got shut down. I don't know how long ago, but they're reopening it. So
yeah, exactly. Fun. It's called the Gypsy, and it has quite the history if you read about it. Cool. So I'm excited. Yeah. We love our gays.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I wish I could come with you. But tell me first give me a little recap of Bravocon. I wasn't able to be there with you this year, but I'm so curious how it all went and what was your takeaways from it?
Well, first of all, I just have to give a massive shout out to the fans. They're always, always, always so amazing and have so much love to give. Like thank you for making me feel special. I always feel like I am, Beyonce or Rihanna. They make you feel like you are it. Like you are the top person in the world, and all that love is so amazing because, it's hard to do what we do. The schedule in and of itself is insane. It's early morning, late nights. But it was so awesome to see all the other, I'm yawning. It was so much fun. I'm yawning.
You're not even recovered from it all yet.
No, I have not had a chance to recover yet, but, Sunday, I'm planning on sleeping all day.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But no, I love seeing all of the other Bravo celebrities too. It's just so much fun. It's like a big high school reunion, but on massive steroids. But I don't know if you've seen a lot of stuff on social media and in the press that has come out from Bravocon about Salt Lake City.
I actually haven't. I haven't. I saw a couple things, but not a lot.
Connie!
I know. I need to catch up on everything.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I haven't been on social media a lot lately.
Well, there's lawsuits. There's a lot going on. Yeah. So
crazy.
So we film Reunion in just a couple weeks. So week and a half. So it's gonna be insane.
Yeah. How are you feeling leading up to that? Leading up to the reunion? I
feel great. I feel like I'm in a really good position. There's definitely some drama at Bravocon, but overall, I feel like I'm ready. I've been aching for the chance to talk about some things. So
Good. Well, I think we're
Yeah.
all excited to see what comes
Yeah.
up and comes out.
But I have to
Yeah.
tell you one funny Bravocon story that just popped into my mind.
Uh-huh.
I one night had to hide in a bush.
What?
Yeah.
From who? From everyone?
I hate to say it, but it was fans. It was like 2 a.m. and I just could not take another photo. Like I was just exhausted. And the fans are, like I said, are just so amazing and so enthusiastic. But I'll send you the photo and videos. I hid in the bushes until my car came.
I could see how, as much as I know you love to be a part of, all of these fun memories and take the selfies and all of that, that could get really exhausting after a few days of constantly doing it. So I could see you hiding in a bush.
Yeah, and it's hard because I know how much everyone paid to get there and to be there. So it's, I want to show up for them, but I just couldn't anymore. I was just done, tapped out, done.
Is this like your last day?
No, it was only the second day, actually.
Oh.
So, but let's dive into these episodes. We have two to catch up on.
I know. Yes, we do. So episode, I think it was 8. You guys go cross-country skiing. And so after you guys, how was that, by the way? We've never done that.
I don't really need to ever do it again, to be honest.
Really?
It's like walking, but with skis.
Is it hard?
No,
did you get a workout?
I mean, if you were, and I don't know, I feel like in different circumstances, it might be fun. But it's actually just walking with skis on, and it's harder. Like you saw me fall. Because it's not like skiing and it's not like walking. It's just a weird gliding.
It's like shuffling along.
Yeah, but no, it was fun to try something new for sure.
Yeah,
but
I kind of was laughing at your little dig at Meredith. that was her. I don't know how you put it. Like her elderly sport or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was actually Heather that invited me. But
anyway, that cracked me up because I was like, oh yeah, once like your knees blow out and you still want to be on skis and outside. Maybe that's what you do when you get a little older.
I exactly. And those are honestly the people that I know that enjoy cross country skiing. It's exactly that. It's just getting out into nature. Yeah,
well, hey, I'm about ready to be one of those people. So, Monica she brings up a bunch of stuff about her mom. Again, I mean, I think this episode kind of revolves around Monica and her mom, and more information comes up about her and their relationship and kind of how abusive her mom is, that she, claims that she took her car away. And I don't know, like, what were you thinking at this point of Monica bringing up all this stuff about her mom? And because I know that you've had your own different types of abuse, with your dad. So I think you're trying to relate with her and understand and be empathetic.
Yeah, I mean, I fully know my way around toxic relationships within parent and daughter dynamic. And that's why I try to have as much empathy as possible, because one, it's really hard when you're the person in it. It's hard to see what's going on. And two, it's scary to talk about because you don't want people to judge your parent. Like I remember for so long, like not wanting to really talk about what I was dealing with because I didn't want anyone to dislike my dad, because obviously he was going to be around. He lived with us. He came out with us. He was always with us. And so I was always nervous to really talk about what I was really going through because I didn't want my friends to judge my father. So I empathize with Monica on that, and I empathize with her having the courage to talk about it. But then after I watched their dinner scene, I was like, Linda, is she what the hell is going on there? Because I honestly, at some points, felt like she was acting.
Yeah. I
And
did. I did too.
I think even Monica, whatever their relationship is, it's toxic. It's very obvious and it's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I think watching Monica react to her mom, I think Monica even realized she lost control of her mother, lost full control of her mom. Her mom turned up the Hollywood tears, the Hollywood, like at one point she starts talking to the plant. Like it was,
It was bizarre.
yeah, and I didn't get to see that side while filming,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Right.
I'm only privy to what I'm experiencing with Monica, and I wasn't a part of that dinner. And watching it makes me have such a different opinion now.
I'm sure.
I have lots of questions for reunion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I think that kind of opened up everyone's eyes that was watching, because I know it did for me as well. I was just like, it was such a roller coaster. It was like she was up, she was down, and then I was like, well, is she on something? Like it didn't seem like she was all over the place, and so mean to Monica. Monica's confronting her of abandoning her, or like making out with this guy in a car, leaving her in a trunk. And she's like asking for her mom to be sorry for it. And her mom just basically says, get over it, and calls her a motherfucker. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
So
that she's just, that she definitely triggered her mom somehow by bringing that up. And, and her mom was just not willing to go there.
Well, and if you fast forward, like jumping ahead when we see what happens in episode 9, and just the way that Monica was in Palm Springs in general, with her language and the way she fights and the name calling and the ugliness and the nastiness, it's like, well, no shit. She learned it from her mom. Like that's how her and her mother talk to each other. And
right.
I have a lot, like I'm just starting to question. So I'm going to talk to this as a viewer now, not as what I know of the situation, but as a viewer, it is appearing that they were both in on this. Like they both agreed to go in full speed ahead, share their life, whether it's real, fake, whatever. Let's just go with the fact that it's real. But now as a viewer, it's looking like they're trying to get to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like
they turned everything on. And I kind of had that, like, I kind of wondered that too. I'm like, whoa, like this is almost theatrical at this point.
Yeah. And I just watched Monica's face, and like I'm repeating it now. I just feel like she was even shocked by the level her mom was able to turn it on.
Yeah, I think she was, which I guess that part came across genuine.
Yeah,
real.
Because I remember filming with my dad season 1 when we were at therapy at the rehab center, and my dad like got up and was screaming, like, so that I can empathize with, like, you just never know what will happen when you open the world up to your dysfunctional and toxic relationships, right?
Yes, so. For sure.
That's why mine ended after season 1. Done.
Yeah. You're like one and done with that situation. Yep. I don't blame you. Okay, so this is also the episode did you set up the dinner with Mary? You and Mary went to dinner. You wanted to kind of try to squash it a little.
We needed a final closing chapter with Mary. She's batshit crazy. Actually, it started out very nice, and it was once the waiter spilled on her, she lost her mind, and that's where everything turned south. But I, gotta save a lot of my cards for reunion, in case she shows. Rumor has it she's showing up. So, Mary, my nice girl hat is done with you. So watch out, because all of your anger is displaced at the wrong person. Everyone just everyone has kissed her ass, and you can go all the way back again, I don't want to give away my receipts and my cards, but no, Mary,
Yeah.
that was the craziest dinner. And I just remember when she left, because they didn't show it, but her bag of food broke and all of her food went everywhere. And she lost her goddamn mind, like lost her mind. And then I ended up running into her again. And, we didn't get to see all of that. But let's just put it this way. I left that dinner, one version made up with Mary and one version not made up with Mary. So we'll see what happens at reunion. But I just remember after the bag broke, I looked around at the room and all the pedestrians were just looking at me, and people were coming up to the table like, how do you do this? Like, how do you sit there and do this? And they're like, you're such
that's a great question.
A kind person. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I will never stoop to her level.
Yeah. Wow. I know. I was like, okay. That, I wouldn't have expected it to go much different, to be honest. It just was like, yeah, that's just that's Mary. Was she at Bravocon, by the way?
She was not at Bravocon, but while we were at Bravocon, did you see the article leak about her son with the codeine and the pills and all of that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, go look that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Well, yeah, I'm going to be looking up a lot of stuff after this podcast.
Yeah, you
are. Okay, so let's see. It shows. It goes on. It moves on to Jack's mission call, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the very first mission call that I've ever seen on TV that was filmed and recorded as it happened.
Yeah,
actually, I've never seen one. I've never even seen one. Maybe in like some LDS Mormon video or something that they have, but not like in real life.
Yeah, it's for sure the first housewife reveal for sure.
Well, or any reality TV that I know of. But yeah, that was exciting for Jack. He's going to Columbia. I would be freaking out. Lisa seemed excited, although she brought up people. She's like, I know of people getting held up at gunpoint in Columbia, but overall, it's thrilling.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
You know that one of my really good friends is from Columbia, and she took a little bit of offense to that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, because that's, you can get held up in any city, even Salt Lake City. So, no, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what his experience is like and all of that. So,
yeah,
be good luck.
Yes.
Recruiting members. I'm no longer I have nothing to say about it. Let's just say that. Yeah. Just hopefully he stays safe and has a good time.
Right. I think there's a lot of growth that happens in young people that go out and live on their own and learn a different language. And there's a lot of good things too. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say.
Yeah, let's move on. Next.
Moving on. Episode 9. That pretty much wrapped up that episode because then it ended with Monica and her mom. Episode 9 is some more fun and exciting things to talk about, like Bobby's birthday party. How cute was she getting ready and glammed with you? I was dying when she looks in the mirror and she's like, I have eyebrows. She was freaking out. It was the cutest thing ever.
I know. It's I try not to share too much of my children with the world because they're so precious and they're young and I want to protect them and preserve them as long as possible. But I think the secret is out that my daughter is seriously she's amazing. She's hilarious. She's beautiful. She's kind. I think all of the blog accounts were like, Bobby's the breakout star of Salt Lake City.
I love
but
that.
she's just she's so amazing. And I'm glad that the world got to see a little bit of her.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that was so
And
cute.
then, and you gave her some skates. I need to post the photo. I'm a little behind on social media right now, but her Connie gave Bobby like bedazzled roller skates with her name on them, and they're actually in like displayed in her room. It's super
Oh,
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, well, these will definitely not outshine the golf cart by any means, but they were really fun. My daughter and I made them together, and I didn't realize how long it takes to bedazzle things. Oh my gosh. But we had so much fun doing it. They turned
Thank
out
you
really
for
cute.
that. And,
But
I was against the golf cart, but I have to say we've all benefited from it now. So
yes, for sure.
I'm glad I caved in. But she had been asking for a golf cart 2 Christmases and 2 birthdays prior. So
She didn't get just any golf cart, man. She got like the top of the line golf cart.
I mean, yeah. Her golf cart cost more than my first car. So
I'm sure it did, actually.
yeah.
But it's kind of for the whole family, you know. So.
Yeah, but you have to ask Bobby for permission. She hides the key.
Oh, I love her. Okay, well, I actually skipped over. You were prepping for Bobby's party with Lisa, and you guys kind of have a talk about Monica. And Lisa says that she doesn't really believe that this trauma. She thinks this trauma and bringing it up is like a nice excuse for her to kind of dip out of, all the stuff that she was saying about Angie's husband.
See, at the time, I took that as like very offensive because
I could see it on your face. You were like, wait a minute.
Yeah, at the time, that was very hard for me to digest that coming from Lisa's mouth. I thought it was very gross and ugly. And one of the worst things that you can do to a woman or a person, any human being, is if they say that they are in a situation that they want help from, is saying that they're making it up and not believing them. And
right.
And it doesn't matter if you are in an abusive situation or not. We all project our trauma onto each other. Perhaps Lisa's response to that is her own trauma being projected. Yeah. So I think that that's just part of human nature. But now I know a little bit more. I know some things. So I actually, as much as I hated and was disgusted when Lisa said it at the time, Lisa is not all the way wrong. So she definitely picked up on something that, maybe the rest of us hadn't seen yet. So
I'm assuming this is some stuff that comes out in some future episodes here. Like,
yeah.
Do you think we get to see it?
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it for sure. I just, I had my questions about Monica. Red flags were going off at this point, especially after seeing her mother, and a couple things weren't adding up, and my red flags were up, but I'm never gonna turn my back on like a woman who needs help. And so I told Lisa, and they didn't show it in the scene, but I told her, I said, okay, your points, I hear your side. I don't like them. I don't agree with them, but I am going to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to believe her. And if she is lying to us, then that's on her, not me. Yeah. But, we'll see what happens. We still have a couple episodes and a reunion to go.
Yes. Well, I'm curious to see how that one kind of boils down, what it boils down to. There is a lot going on with her.
There is. Who is the real Monica?
Yes. No one knows yet. Nobody knows yet.
So many versions.
Yeah, there are. I mean, we all have versions of ourselves, but there's a lot of big versions of her. So, okay. Okay, Heather still kind of goes on her rant about Mormonism and stuff. And were you surprised that Lisa didn't invite her to this brunch you guys had? I mean,
No,
I
why
wasn't surprised.
why would Heather feel entitled to that? Because
Exactly.
she's literally coming after Lisa and me for supporting Lisa and Jack. Like, I don't know in what world Heather thinks she'd be invited. Lisa absolutely, that would be weird if Lisa invited her.
Right. I know. I almost was like, Heather, are you for real? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Or are you just looking for something to get mad at so that you can add on to your story that's not just about, I don't know, I guess it's still about Mormonism.
Yeah.
It's about Jack's mission.
I'm so over it. Yeah.
So over it. But I'm like, okay, I don't know why she got upset at that. Obviously, you're not going to be invited. You're not supportive. Why would she want you there?
Exactly. You're challenging it and telling Lisa that Jack shouldn't go. So why would the brunch was super sweet. I hope they show more of it because it was sweet. Even though I'm not Mormon, I want nothing to do with it. I've removed my name. They are. And yeah, I wish that people would go into it with more knowledge about what they're signing up for. But that's on the institution, not the members. And I'm not this advocate of anti-Mormonism. But yeah, if someone's choosing to be baptized, dedicate 2 years of their life to a mission, I wish they were given the full truth of the church. But do you understand that that's not what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not taking it upon myself to be the person to bring that forward. Like, you stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane, we're good.
But what do you mean the full truth of the church, though? Because to them, like, they have the full truth of the church. So you mean the stuff that you have discovered as you have dived into it?
A lot of the members have discovered it and they're just choosing. I just think that people don't, there's good and bad to every institution, but like, if they really knew where their money was going to, or information about who really founded the church, things like that. Like, I think that it would be, they should know that information. Like, remember all of the things that we were told, like, just have faith, don't ask questions. Like, if something was brought up, it's, we don't ask questions. You just have faith, like blind faith.
You have to have more faith.
Yeah. So I just think that in today's world, with all of the access to information, like, people should read the information and decide, actually, no, I still want to serve this. I still want to do this, knowing what,
Right. But they're not going to be reading anti-Mormon literature out there before they're going out on their missions,
And that's my point. That's why I don't see any need for me to be like an advocate of that.
Yeah. It's interesting. I have a niece that, this is a little off subject. Well, it's on subject, but I have a niece out on a mission right now. And I asked her why she wanted to do it. And she said, because I want to spread love. And that was her main thing. She's like, I want people to know that, they have a Heavenly Father and Jesus that love them. And there's hope in this world. And that's what I want to spread. And I was like, that's awesome. So,
yeah. See, that's beautiful. But maybe, and everyone does it for different reasons, and that reason is beautiful, right?
Yeah. So. And a lot of kids do it because their parents want them to. And I love that Jack. I do have to say, I love that Jack is doing it because he wants to, and literally his parents had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and Lisa was the last to know.
Yes, which I think is actually still so funny. It's like he didn't want her to interfere with his decision until he was fully ready and ready to like turn in his papers, So, I mean, I don't know how she would have influenced it any different, but that was kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
All his friends found out before his parents.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm going to go. I just want to bring up one thing really quick about Bobby's party. Do you remember the party bus? Which, by the way, did the kids love that party bus?
That party bus was fun. Like, aside from the golf cart, the party bus was the highlight. It was so much fun. They sang and they had the best time.
It was probably all of their first time on a party bus, I imagine. Yeah.
And
but
the
remember
fact that
that
was a school bus.
Turned into a party bus. That was cute. Do you remember it almost like broke down on you guys on the way there?
Oh my God.
It was a lot of drama getting them there. I'm glad they had fun. They probably didn't even realize what was going on, but I just remember that was pretty funny. I mean, funny now. I'm sure you were stressed out.
So I had to rent the bus and hire a driver. And I just remember telling the driver, like, please just get us there. And if I have to, we'll rent a different limo bus to get everyone home. But just get my daughter to her party, please.
Yes. Well, it barely made it. It looked like everyone had so much fun. It was funny. I actually saw a tiny glimpse of myself on that one. They caught me taking a shot at the little open bar. I'm like, that's perfect.
The hidden adult bar.
The hidden adult bar. Is that what it was? Was it hidden?
Yes, because it was a kid party.
Well, yeah. I mean, you had all the kid drinks totally separated.
Yeah.
But that was fun. It made it. It was fun. All right. So then it kind of goes into the Prism event, which I can't remember. Was that literally the next day?
Yes.
That you did that?
Yes.
So, or was it a day after that or something?
No, it was literally the next day.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you totally pulled off a beautiful party, had a huge turnout. And then Angie was trying to get in the middle and I think try to help the situation. That's what it looked like. But freaking Monica and Lisa couldn't stop talking. They couldn't. In fact, I watched. Did you see how Lisa walked away so many times and then Monica would say something to her and she'd come back? She couldn't leave it alone.
They both can't help themselves.
No.
And, Angie, I do believe that Angie was just trying to be like, hey, put a pin in it for 2 minutes. Let Whitney give her speech. Enjoy the sound bath, then hash it out. But the fact that you couldn't even hear the explanation of how I started Prism, which pisses me off because it has a lot to do with my healing journey. And once again, this validates that all of my castmates don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you could see that even talking to Lisa, you were trying to talk to her and she was not hearing you.
She's not there
at all. She's not. She's so consumed with Lisa and her emotions and what she's thinking about. She could not even take you into consideration if she tried. No. You could see it.
And can you imagine if I did that at her event?
No. No, I can't even.
She would lose her mind.
Yeah, you'd be cut off.
And and Monica couldn't help herself. Lisa couldn't help herself. And I mean, you were there. You saw they kept standing right in my checkout line. So I had customers wanting to buy stuff and they literally were standing right at the checkout line. And I finally had to go over and physically remove Lisa and put her at a table. Mm-hmm. And then she tried to bring on the conversation. I'm like, no, this is my event. Yeah. So just wait until you see what transpires from all of that.
Oh my gosh.
It's so pathetic.
Yeah. Well,
it's
and I think that the added layer of what we had going on with our friend Sherry being there to show up for you at this event when she was so deathly sick at that time. And just the perspective that I feel like that was giving me, watching her still fighting for her life, showing up for her friends still, as even though I know she felt like shit. And then watching these women fight about they can't even be respectful enough to you at your event to just be quiet, talk about this later. There's a sound bath. We're trying to have a calm.
Or how about go outside?
Yeah, take it outside.
Go take it to the street. This is a spiritual event. And what the audience missed is that, you know, Prism really embodies the modern day spiritual woman. Like, it's not what it used to be of like that hippie tree hugger vibe. It's like you can be into nice things. You can be into glam, but be spiritual and connection. And connection can happen anywhere at any time. And that's why we had this sound bath with like the cocktails, because it's like sip on your cocktail, enjoy the sound bath, and connect with yourself, with your higher power, and each other in the room. Like that was the point.
And what they were doing went totally against.
Yeah.
It took totally away from it.
And the audience didn't even get to hear that explanation because those bitches were fighting over who's uglier.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
And spirituality and beauty comes from within. And
how crazy, like, the live contradiction happening at the exact same time with like what you were trying to share and what they were doing. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I felt bad for you. Just, I don't know. I just was bugged because I just being there in person was just like, come on, not here.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. Just like the cameras would have followed you out to the street.
They would have. Yeah.
So take it out there and respect Whitney, my business.
Right. And aren't you the one that usually gets shit for bringing up stuff at the wrong place at the wrong time and being, you know, like, okay. Yeah. I think you're the only one here.
No, and I'm not the only one. And perhaps I'm the only one that ever gets blamed. I think we finally saw who the culprit is. So
yeah. Well,
but
it was, in spite of that, it was a beautiful event. And, you know, and I do just have to say, like, seeing our friend Sherry, I knew she was going to be on it. But just seeing her, I got choked up. And I know that was the last time I saw her before she passed away. And a lot of people, I think that was the last time they saw her. And I think, weren't you saying you were talking to her before and she felt like she needed to be there? I think she kind of knew that this is going to be her goodbye for a lot of her friends. It was going to be her. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do my best because I cannot cry right now because I have to finish my glam and get on the airplane.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to make you cry.
I know, but every time I think about her and talk about her, I cry. I miss her so much, but, she made a point that day to Justin and I, she didn't feel well, but she made it a point that you show up for the people that you love, because time is the only thing we can't control. We cannot control our time on this earth. And looking back at that conversation, it was so profound. And I don't know if she knew or not, but she knew all of her friends were going to be there.
Yeah.
And so
it probably was a subconscious feeling, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I actually, because that was less than a week before she passed. And I had the pleasure of seeing her one more time, the day before she took off to Texas. So, despite the Housewives making it all about themselves, I mean, that's what we do. It's the job. I mean, I still wish they would have taken it out to the street. But Sherry did tell me when I was over at her house that, she was like so proud of me, that she said she was just validating that, like, my life mission is finally starting to happen. And I'm starting to, like, bring my brands, like, my mission, all of that is starting to come together. And just, like, to sit there and hear how proud she was of me, because I really looked up to her as a professional. I mean, she was the smartest person we know. Like, she's medical school. She's a nurse anesthetist. She's had her own business and very successful. and it was just a little gift. It's going to get harder though, because I have to film after she passes. And I'm a little nervous to watch myself because I kind of just hit a tipping point with everyone else, because I'm like, you all don't get it. Like, I just lost my best friend, and one of my bbest friends. We have so many best friends. We're so lucky to have our little girl group, but I'm sure that's going to be hard to sort of relive some of that.
I
think even the next, I don't know which episodes it'll be in, but I'll give you a heads up, because there's going to be another hard moment of when I'm filming and actually find out the news. So, yeah. But our little angel, she's still with us. Mm-hmm. And you and I were talking about this yesterday on the phone. It's like, we're in denial that she's gone because it feels like she's still here.
Yeah. Her spirit was so big. Her energy is so bright, and it's like, it's still around us, and it's just like a knowing. It's not like thinking. It's a knowing, you know. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's bittersweet for sure, but so that's how the last episode ends. And it looks like next up you confront them about how rude they all were at your event. So I'm curious to see what they have to say for themselves after that.
You know, this next recap, we'll do it right away, because I get back tomorrow. So let's do our tradition and watch it. And then we'll do the recap right away, because I think everyone, hopefully they can listen to this and then get that recap, because holy shit.
Really? Wait, you want to put this out before the episode comes out? Or right after?
No. I'm just hoping that everyone gets to listen to this and then hear episode 10's recap right after. Gotcha. Because it'll make a lot of sense, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we'll do it. We are not going to leave you guys hanging this time.
No, thank you for the patience. It obviously has been a crazy week for me as a Bravocon. And, you know, Connie and I both are busy outside of this. So it's, but we love you all, and we hope you still love these recaps. And just one more shout out to Sherry Kwai and her family. Such beautiful people.
Love you forever. Impacted and left impression on all of our hearts forever. Yes. Okay. Thank you everyone for your likes, subscribing, for sharing with your friends and family. We just love all of you, and we're just happy to be here. Happy that we have this opportunity with all of you. So, and
don't forget. Be you.
Stay wild.
Yay Networks.